Okay,
Here we go.
here we go. So I'm here with my pal Lauren Tickner again. We're here this time. Last time we were in New York.
Wow, we're such jet setters, aren't we?
Now we're in Miami, which I haven't spent much time in Miami, so it's good to be here.
Beautiful.
You picked a great place. It's beautiful here, and so I'm trying to think like how to introduce you. There's what we're going to talk about today is coaching.
Coaching, consulting.
Right, because I have such a keen interest to learn that, and you're actually coaching me on that right now. You're my coach right now. We just struck a deal last night.
We did, yeah. And Jordan goes, I heard that you should never take the first offer. He took it like that.
I was like, I literally said, she offered me something. I said, deal.
And the deal was done.
And then I said, if I've learned anything, it's to never take the first offer. And she's like, well, you just took it. So I said...
it was too late at that point.
I said, I thought my microphone fell or something. Oh, the battery fell. But, yeah, we had some technical difficulties setting up, too. A lot of mental errors.
Tell them about your morning. Come on, let's go in with that. But guys, you must know that this is going to be a highly valuable episode today. But Jordan has a story first.
So I woke up this morning, and I woke up at 7 a.m. and I actually, since I'm like traveling, I actually don't have a book to read. I was on my phone for like the first hour of the day, which was pretty bad. And then, which fine, nothing's gone wrong yet. But I come out here, I come out in the living room here, and the door locks behind me. This door locks, and meanwhile Lauren's going off to the gym. I don't have gym clothes, so I'm not going with her. And I got this. And we're waiting on like this guy that owns the Airbnb, this place that we're at, to like respond. And I'm playing like this waiting game. And so she leaves for the gym, and I'm just like, all right, like there's got to be a way. Like at first I was like pretty frustrated, and then I think you sensed that before you left.
Oh yeah.
And then I was like, I'm gonna attack this with a growth mindset, like per se, and I'm gonna. There's got to be a way to like get in here. So I'm searching all these drawers under carpets, and I end up finding 3 keys, none of which end up working for the door. I tried sticking a nail in there. It was a really thin nail, like to pick the lock.
You didn't tell me that.
And the nail got stuck in there, and I used another one to get it out. So I got it out.
Geez.
And so for 35 minutes, I'm trying to like get into my room, and I'm just sitting here in Miami out with I got pants on, no shirt, and I'm like, I got morning breath, and I'm like, I can't go anywhere, and all my keys, everything's in there, and so I was like, you know what? This deck is pretty big. I have a deck door too. It's like a
balcony.
Yeah, it's a big balcony. Let me go over here and try and get in this way. Let me try and get in through the deck door. And I push it, and it doesn't go. It doesn't go. And then
Let's just like imagine this for a minute though. Jordan's there, and were you wearing pants or shorts?
I was wearing shorts.
He was wearing shorts, no top. Like he had none of his coat.
Bedhead.
He's like scavenging around this living room, under the rugs, under everything, looking for some keys. Gets some nails stuck in the key, and then comes outside. And it's like topless on his balcony trying to open the door. You must have looked crazy if anyone could see you.
Yeah, and there's a point to this story too. Never tell a story without a point. Never a point without a story.
Agreed. There's
a point to this, but so I push on the balcony door. It doesn't open, and then I with all my strength I rip it open, and it comes open. I was too weak on the first one, and
should have been going to the gym.
Yeah, I know. So I got in after 35 minutes, and I said, thank God.
And it was crazy because at that exact moment that you messaged back saying that you got in, the guy replied back telling me that there was a key. Just somewhere above some furnace.
I was happy I figured it out by myself.
Yeah, rewarding. So what was the point of the story?
Well, we're not there yet. We're not there.
Sorry.
And then I don't have a blow dryer here, a hair dryer, and I never go out without like blow drying my hair because like I mold it into the form. Like I blow dry it into like this pompadour form.
Okay.
People won't understand unless they got a blow dryer and use it every day. A few people are going to be like, yeah, but odds are 99% of people. I'm just a little weirdo. But so I'm like, all right, I'm going to walk down to hair cuttery. and ask them to wet and blow dry my hair. And I walk in, it's a 45 minutes to an hour wait, and I said, all right, I'll be back. I put my name in. I said I'll be back, and I walk in 30 seconds later. I'm like, I will give you guys $10 right now if I can use your blow dryer. It will literally take me 3 minutes. And he's like, no, we can't do that. I'm like, all right, all good. I'll be back.
Would have been easy money.
Yeah. And I walk over to while he does nothing. Then I walk over to Publix, and I was like, you guys got blow dryers here? and so I picked one out, and I got it, and
it helped you with your shirt situation as well.
And I go into my bag today, and my shirt has like random soap stains all over it. And
Basically,
it's like
he's
greasy.
having a bad day.
Well, then too, I'm like walking back and from getting the hairdryer at Publix, and on my car is a nice big parking ticket. Just like, come on. And so I'm like feeling a little bit of pressure at this point, you know. And then I remember this other parking ticket that I got in Delray Beach in October that I had never paid, and I was, and so I'm probably gonna be getting something in the mail. Cause I just like I forgot the paper. Very unfortunately, like I had the top down and it flew out. It flew out, and so I don't know how to pay it. I also haven't really tried, but whatever. And it was also kind of, I was 3 minutes late, and the guy was writing up the parking ticket. So I was like coming there. I was like, guy, come on, you know. No sympathy. And then, so the point here is that like, you know, our friend Christina she had pointed out like you're encountering like a lot of resistance right now.
It was me that pointed that out.
Oh, it was you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I always notice things like this because here's the thing: Jordan's about to build online coaching business, really changing people's lives, businesses, and all that. And I was like, whenever you are about to make a massive change in your life, where something really good is about to happen, you know, when a massive pivotal period of life is coming, massive resistance comes along with it. Because here's the thing, life wants you to stay where you're at, right? It's comfortable, it's easy, that's why you're there. Because if it was difficult, you know, you'd be in a different situation. And when life is too easy, you're just coasting on through. And so it's like you always want to remain here. Like it's like how the body, you know, we both used to be in the fitness industry. The body wants to remain at homeostasis, and you have a set point with your body weight. It's just like in your business, your income and all that, you have a set point because of the environment around you, because of what you've always known. And so when you're about to make a massive change, you put yourself in different situations that are, well, they're different to normal. Yeah. And with that said, that's why all this resistance happens, because life is like, no, you want to stay where you're at because it's easy and it's comfortable. Yeah. And I think that that's what's happening with you right now.
And I was just going to say, like, I have been struggling with that for almost 2 years now. Really over the past, mainly over the past 6 months, like I've been super comfortable. Like I'm doing all right, and it's like, and I'm just not. I haven't been. That's my big struggle. I haven't been like motivated to like, you know, go out and really build this big business. Like you had mentioned, I'm not, you know, with my marketing and production agency for podcasters, I'm not like motivated to like. I've never reached out to anyone ever. Any client I've ever gotten has been by chance, and people reaching out to me or introductions or, you know, like I've never, like I just kind of sit back because I'm comfortable, and this is what you're helping me really break out of right now.
Right.
You know, with you coaching me, which I mean we barely even started the journey. You know, I have to go through your course, and then we're gonna.
I did one call with Jordan, and he was like, "I'm just so mind blown right now."
Yeah.
Because I think here's the thing. I think the reason why so many people, perhaps yourself included, and anyone who's consuming this content right now, I think the reason why they do get complacent or they're just coasting and they're like, life is good, I'm comfortable, is because of who you're around. The people that you see. Because it's really easy when all of your friends have stable jobs, they have a similar income to you and all that, it's really easy to think, yeah, I'm doing great. I'm doing really well. And I think it's tough because there's a fine line between being complacent and sort of getting lazy and wanting more and not being grateful for what you currently have. I think growth and gratitude, there's a fine balance and a fine line between them, because you have to be grateful for where you're at right now, but also know that you want to improve and develop. And I think that's really tough, because when, for example, for me right now, I have big goals, and I'm not comfortable with where I'm at by any means, even though compared to the majority
But
of
if I were you, I
22-year-olds,
would be.
right? And so
You make a lot of money. You
For
make
sure.
a lot more than I do.
100%.
And that's why I'm here to learn.
right, but at the same time, I'm not looking around people who are sort of like similar age to me.
Yeah.
I'm looking at people who have done what I want to do, and I want to do more than that, because I'm like, I know I can do it.
Yeah.
And so I think it's a case of like being smart with who you're looking to for inspiration, right? And making sure, and this is another topic in itself. I think the whole online space, there's a lot of smoke and mirrors, whereby people aren't necessarily totally honest with everything that's going on. And I think that is causing people to have unrealistic goals. But ultimately, I think then some people cause those unrealistic realities that people portray to make them feel so far from it, right? Whereas like for you, with everything that you're doing, you're not far from it at all. It's just right now you don't know how.
Yeah.
And I think that's why personally I like on my YouTube videos just to show that I'm just like a normal person.
Yeah.
And just being dumb, like you know how weird I am. Like it's just
I want to make sure, because we forgot last time when we did our podcast last time in the beginning, where people can find you. At Lauren, at Lauren Tickner on Instagram, Lauren Tickner on LinkedIn, Impact School the podcast.
Oh yeah.
And what's your website right now? What's your favorite website?
Oh my gosh, okay, so right now I don't actually have a personal website because we just haven't needed it, honestly.
Yeah.
But the main entrance to everything that we do is newonlinecoach.com.
Cool. So, like, I just want to emphasize for people here, I mean, like, there's coaches, there's so many coaches, 90% of which, I mean, more than that, like, I really don't respect. Like,
Interesting, why?
I feel like they're frauds.
Right. Yeah, it's a big problem in the industry.
Yes.
It's a massive problem because when there's no regulation in something, the barrier to entrance is really low.
Yeah.
So anyone who has a laptop can get into it. And so I think it's problematic because if you're not good at what you do, you can still get into it, and you can make it look like you are good at what you do, but actually you're not.
Yeah.
And that is a massive problem that I'm seeing in all different industries, whether it's fitness coaching, business coaching, relationship coaching.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean.
Well, so that's why I wanted to emphasize, like, I see how much you crush it in this industry, and not only how much money like you make, but how much money you make for your clients. That's like the biggest thing. It just makes sense for people to go work with you because you're literally making them so much money.
Right.
It's
But
really great.
Yeah, I mean, for me, that's the best thing about it. It's like, you know, I think that everything in life and business is sequential. So I think that in the beginning, a lot of people get attracted to something because they want to make money. They're like, I can do this, and I can make multiple 6 figures a year, and that's why they get in. But the thing that's going to cause you to stay is not your own personal income. So for me now, the thing which really keeps me going and keeps me motivated and keeps me wanting to grow is because I see my clients making like 20 grand a month themselves with no following whatsoever, no platform.
You're talking to me about someone with like 1,000 followers at dinner last night.
Right.
I was like, what the heck?
Right, because the thing is they now know how to actually get clients and charge a high price point for those clients, and those clients they work with on an intimate level and really change their life.
So like let's talk here. What's if I want to become a coach? You know what for me? I know we had this conversation on the phone last month. Like what's step one here?
So the first step in order to become an online coach or consultant is to figure out what outcome are you going to be taking people to.
Yeah. This is such an important thing. The outcome here.
It is everything, I think. There's sort of 2 key components. It's what is the outcome you're taking people to, and who are those people who you're going to be taking to that outcome. Because you could be helping people find lasting love. But is it going to be recently divorced middle-aged men? Is it going to be students in college? Who's it going to be, right? You need to figure both of those things out. Usually, your best ideal client, as they call it, the person who you're helping, is you just a few years ago. So for me, I'm helping people build online coaching and consulting companies because that's what I did for myself. I started around 4.5 years ago now. And because I know that when I first got started, there was so many different options. I could sell ebooks, membership sites, I could do one-on-one coaching, I could do group courses and all that. And it's like, how much do I charge? And what software do I use? How do I actually deliver the results? There's so many questions people have. And so I knew that that's what I would have wanted back then. And also, I would have wanted to have been able to see someone who integrated it with their life rather than it's just eat, sleep, breathe that. Because in the fitness industry, that's why this comes to mind, but in the fitness industry and the spiritual industries, I typically see it as well, it's like they dedicate their life to that. But your clients probably don't want to dedicate their lives to it. They want to be good at it and they want to get the outcome, okay? So it's like, know what the outcome is that you take people to.
What's your outcome?
My outcome is helping people build multiple six-figure online businesses.
And you have the results and numbers and clients to back it up.
Oh,
you
yeah.
You have so many video testimonials, it's like ridiculous. I can't even imagine having that many video testimonials. I have a lot of testimonials,
right,
not
like
video.
screenshots. Yeah, I mean, people want to send them in. Like, a lot of them we don't even ask. Now, that's how you know when you're really building a business that changes lives. Because here's the thing, you can't do this, because what I'm all about is high price, high transformation. Because when people pay, they pay attention. And so in order to actually get someone to their outcome, they have to have some skin in the game. Now, think about it this way. Jordan, if you were, let's just say you had just had a divorce, right? And I come up to Jordan.
I'd be lucky to get married.
Oh my gosh, okay, don't say that. But let's just say you just had a divorce, right? Someone who's consuming this content right now, maybe that. If I was to come to you and say, hey Jordan, buy this $20 ebook and I'm going to solve all of your mental health struggles and help you find a new partner.
I'm not answering.
Would you, but if I was to say, hey Jordan, like for $5,000, I know I can help you genuinely find a new partner and be happier than ever, you'd be like $5,000, like that's a good amount of money. I trust in you.
Yes.
And so as the coach or the consultant in that position, it's a lot of responsibility. But at the same time, in order to get started, I know that was your initial question, in order to get started, what you want to do is get maybe 3 to 10 clients who come in and you say, hey look, you're one of my first online clients.
Being really transparent with that, not pretending like, you know,
no BS. And you're like, hey, you're going to be one of my first few people. I'm going to be real. This is the first time that I've done coaching that's online. But here's the results I've had for myself or my family or my friends or whatever. So I can get started with you. I'm going to give you a discounted rate. And all I ask in
how much
return,
of a discount?
I would give half off.
Okay.
But then again, the pricing that you're saying at that moment is kind of arbitrary. Like it's just shooting in the dark, really. I think people think when it comes to pricing, it has to be this perfectly calculated thing. But ultimately, it's like, if I was to tell you, I know you used to be in the fitness industry, so if I was to tell you, I say like, hey Jordan, if you knew now everything you know about fitness back then when you were first getting started, how much would you have paid for that? Because for me, realistically, because I was a fitness coach before I started all this, I had issues with food, I spent money on stupid skinny teas, I bought all these like diet shakes and all that. I probably spent about like 3,000. And then that doesn't include all of the mental health issues that I gave myself through restricting my calories so low that I was having panic attacks every single day and couldn't last 4 days. So realistically, if I was to think, how much would I have paid to be guided through how to do it in the healthy way, losing weight the healthy way? Oh my gosh. And again, this is for every niche, by the way, but I'm just giving a fitness example. I would have, if I had the money available, I would have paid thousands. But I didn't have the money available because the ideal client I was a young girl.
So like a personal trainer that wants to become a fitness coach, you know, some sort of coach independent of their, you know, the studio that they train at and the time that they trade for dollars. They want to build a coaching business. Like, what would be their outcome? Do you think?
well, their outcome is, well, for their business, it depends how much money they want to make.
The outcome for like, you know, their clients in this coaching business.
So it really depends. Again, it depends. This same answer that I'm saying would apply for fitness, business, relationships, any industry. It's literally like, what are you good at? Can you help someone lose 20 pounds within 90 days? Can you help someone build a podcast and get $100,000 in 6 months? Can you help someone no longer self-sabotage every single time they try and get a new job? What is the outcome that you can help people achieve? You know, I have a client who helps people get high-paying jobs in corporate. That's the outcome that they achieve.
Well, that's when it goes next level, when you help people make money. It's very different when, like, okay, you know, I'm gonna do coaching. I'm gonna help people. I'm gonna get people abs. You know, if I'm a personal trainer, I'm gonna help people. Trying to think with like.
I know what you're saying. B2B versus B2C.
I'm gonna help people get 70,000 views on LinkedIn per week. I'm gonna help them get 2 million views every 6 months.
Right.
But like, those are those are all like vanity things. Like, and I don't know like how are we gonna like? Because I feel like it only works if we're making the client money.
Okay, I hear what you're saying, and I understand what you're talking about. When I was in fitness, I was not making more money. I was shifting that mind and changing that body. But there's 3 things that actually sell, okay? The first is anything to do with health. The second is anything to do with wealth. And the third is to do with relationships.
I was just going to say, yeah, because we talked about that earlier. Yeah.
Health, wealth, and relationships. They are the 3 sexy industries that actually sell. Now, here's the thing. If you're going to teach someone how to play the guitar, by all means, that's absolutely fine, but you have to wrap that as your unique mechanism to take them to either a health, wealth, or a relationship outcome. So maybe you help men find a life partner. Maybe one of your unique mechanisms is teaching them how to play the guitar so that they have something kind of like attractive to talking point with girls, right? That would just be like one part of it. It can't be everything. And of course, guitar teachers, they make a lot of money if they do it right, but you can't be charging that high price point. And ultimately it's like, what do you want to do? Do you want to give people a skill, or do you want to really change their lives? For me personally, I only work with people who really want to change people's lives, because I want to be doing something that's rewarding.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you kind of look a bit confused.
It's just a lot, man. This whole, I mean, I'm not confused. So like, I'm just thinking now, like, so when we define the outcome, and then what? Then what's our next step?
Okay, so
by the way, I was thinking about this last night when I was like going to sleep. Like, I'm literally going to re-listen. I re-listen to a lot of podcasts just for like, you know, just to like critique myself and become a better interviewer. But I'm going to be listening back to this one and like actually like having my journal in front of me, like writing out step 1, step 2, maybe like some sub-bullet points of like notes for me. And I highly recommend that people do that as well. So number 1, define the outcome that you're going to take your clients to, right?
Number 2 is of course going to be who is that
going to
be,
okay.
in terms of the outcome.
3rd.
And of course you have access to the e-portal, so you have it all there step by step as well, which is going to be nice. But next up after that is, in my opinion, going out there and getting your first few clients. Now, if you already have, I'll talk about that in a sec, but if you already have some clients right now, maybe you have in-person clients, you can see if they wanted to go online. But if you already have clients as well, it's like, okay.
For in-person clients, is in like personal training, is that what you're saying?
Or maybe you are a chiropractor, or you do some sort of like physical thing, whatever it happens to be. Maybe you're a therapist.
What would a chiropractor do? A coaching business for?
They'd also be integrating like physiotherapy type stuff.
Yeah.
I think the chiropractic industry in the USA is different to in England. So maybe I should have said a physiotherapist. Okay. Because honestly, in England, chiropractor is like way different than here. I think they're pretty really well paid in the US.
Either way, I think like a good idea would be, you know, let's say my uncle has he has a really great rockin' chiropractic care practice, and he wants to, you know, help do this for other people, you know, help build a business for other people. He could be a really rock solid coach and making people money.
Yeah, exactly. So I was just thinking of an example. I have a client called Ollie, and he has a physical a physical physio business. And so he is now building out a program online where he can solve people's back pain. Right? His outcome is no more back pain. And he's doing that through teaching them how to
My dad would pay for that if it was a guarantee. That's the other thing too. You're all about guarantees, aren't you? What do you think about guarantees?
I'm actually not, no. Because here's the thing, like, it sounds nice to have a guarantee, but you want people to do the work. And I used to have guarantees, that's probably why you're thinking that. I used to have a lifetime guarantee, but what we noticed is that I was like, okay, I'm going to test taking this away, see how it happens, because we found that some people who had done no work were coming back to us saying, I want my money back. And I'm like, but you came to us because you wanted the outcome, and now you want your money back. We fulfilled, I've given you the coaching, I've paid my team to actually work with you, but you just haven't done any of the work. And so for me that was really frustrating, not just because like obviously it causes me to lose money, but it's also really like someone wanting a refund is the most, I still to this point it upsets me.
Yeah.
Because I know what I do is good. And so I try not to take it personally because I don't think you should take things in business personally, but that's the one thing that still really does get to me. And it's because I care so much about my clients getting results, but here's the thing. With the guarantee, it's kind of like people have a plan B. And I think oftentimes in life, having a plan B can be the most deadly thing to you. Because it means that you can get complacent, you can get lazy, and you can shift the blame and the ownership. And in order to be a truly successful business owner, you have to take total ownership over everything that you do, right? And know that the reason why you're not getting results is because you're not putting in the work.
Yeah.
And so it's like, I'm going to put my side of the bargain up. You fulfill what you said you were going to do, and you will get the results.
I feel like it does boost the success rates of your clients by not having this money back guarantee. Like,
100%, yeah.
Probably twice as much.
Oh, it goes from having like a few clients who are unsuccessful because they just don't do it. For some reason they must have an extra spare few thousand just like sitting around. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna pay Lauren, like I'm good, but I don't want that. You know, I don't want those clients. So typically when
you still have that though.
Well, have some clients who just don't do it.
Yeah.
Even though they've paid, yeah. It's so bizarre. So I'll try and contact them, and sometimes I'll get on a call with them and say, hey, is everything okay? Like, let's do a repeat of the last quarter or something. Because I'm not gonna just take their money for no reason, but sometimes they just totally ignore you. It's so strange, but you know, things happen in people's lives. This is part of business, and I think the reason why people might be surprised that I'm sharing this is because no one shares it. But I'm sharing it because I want people to know that it's normal. And you will get people who just vanish off the face of the earth.
It's weird.
Do you know? It's interesting, but it's online business, that's the thing. So back to your question, you asked what would sort of be the first steps to get these online clients. Well, we give our clients this thing called the money-making messaging method. I know you've heard about it.
I know.
You've seen us doing it in action.
Piques my interest on it.
Right.
And you just, and I go to your, I was just standing next to you looking at, with you on the computer and, going through your messages and you're like, oh, it's a bit slow right now. And I'm like looking at like, within like the 10 o'clock hour, like all these interested people like want like ready to give you money. And I'm just like this isn't like,
Yeah, for me, I'm like freaking out. I'm like, why is there not hundreds? There's only dozens right now.
I know. I'm like, I got a lot of work to do. I said.
Oh my gosh, for real though.
So,
I mean, it's one
so the
step
money
at a
making
time.
the money making messenger.
Money making messaging method. We just call it
Mm.
Because it's like M.
That's good.
I don't know. Like when you see it written down, it looks kind of funny.
So tell me about
Oh well. Okay. If people are like around on the balconies around us, they're gonna be like, what is going on over there? But basically, it's essentially a conversation structure, right? Because in my opinion, having tried and tested webinars and VSLs and messenger boards and ads and everything, the best way to get people to want to work with you is speaking to them and listening to them. You know this just as well as anyone else. And so I was like, okay, well, I can't do phone calls with every single person who expresses any interest. I only want to get on the phone and have my team get on the phone with people who are the most interested. So we figured out a way to actually have people, by the time they get on a phone call, feel like they already want to work with us. And that's through using, okay? And that's why it's so good, it's so delicious. But here's the thing, right? It's basically first of all, you need to start the conversation. So that could be you reaching out to someone, or you saying on this podcast right here, hey guys, send me a message with your goals relating to your business. Okay, so guys, you're sending that to Jordan and I, right? So that could be an inbound person. They're coming to you, or it could be you reaching out to them. Okay, so if you want to reach out to people, the way in which my clients find to be the most effective is if you want to use LinkedIn, just typing in the job title that they might have. If you're B2B, that's easy. If you're B2C, it's like, who do you want to work with? If you're a fitness coach, maybe you want to go for people who are like lawyers, bankers, CEOs, because they have money. And again,
type that in.
Yeah.
And I used to do this when I wanted a TED Talk. I typed in TEDx organizer. I typed in TEDx curator. I connect with hundreds of them.
Right.
I got like hundreds of people in my network are TEDx like event organizers.
Right.
And I did it with Forbes contributors when I wanted to be in Forbes. And I planted these seeds like 2 years in advance. And I would like wait for like some things to materialize, which is not really like the way to. I feel like Lauren's advertising a go-getter way. I'm like, and I'm like more laid back. And this is what I need to change here.
Right, because like ultimately it's like, yeah, you can wait for things to happen, or you can make them happen for yourself. It's like, what type of life do you want? You're waiting for life to like dictate where you go, or do you want to take control of your life and you be the one deciding the outcome?
So let's use that LinkedIn search tab. Which, by the way, if you're not on LinkedIn right now, I mean, big time missing out.
Oh yeah.
So and we're typing in the titles of who makes the decisions, and who's going to give us. Who's going to be our ideal client? Who's going to give us money?
Exactly, and who are we going to help and change that life?
Who are we going to help? Yeah.
So you can do that on Instagram. It's pretty easy. You can just type the type of hashtags that your potential client would be using. So maybe if your potential client is someone who is trying to think of something. Like I keep using fitness examples just because they always come to my mind because that was where I was at.
Think of like a coaching business?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I like getting a podcast host to 100,000 downloads in 6 months.
So literally for you, it'd be really easy.
Exactly.
#podcast host.
Yeah.
Just search that and then look through the hashtags and then go onto that profile and what I do.
Not even you can just type in podcast host.
Yeah,
you can do both. I didn't think about hashtags.
It depends how sort of in need you are. But then you could even join Facebook groups, okay? So then what you're gonna do is you're just gonna say compliment question. Okay, so hey Jordan, your show looks awesome. How long have you been a podcast host? Compliment question is the key to outreach. People think that outreach needs to be hard and cringy, but if you give them a compliment and then ask them a question, they know that you've looked into their stuff and they see that you're interested in them. But one final quick thing, don't have the compliment be really cringy and make sure you've actually looked into them.
What's a cringy compliment?
A cringy compliment could be something like, hey, your work looks great.
Oh God.
It's so
love your work. Love
right?
your work.
That doesn't count.
Yeah.
It has to be thought-provoking.
Yes.
So maybe if
specific.
Exactly.
Something specific. Like
it's just like when you're reaching out to podcast guests, you make it clear that you've consumed their content.
My first paragraph, yes, it's something like it's something ultra specific that shows them specifically what Lauren just said, that I have consumed their content and been impacted by it.
Yeah, so you could literally just reply to their story. Because then if you're on Instagram, because people are surprised that you're watching their story, and then I don't know, their story could literally be them with their kids.
Especially you got. I tell me, like, maybe I'm like just tantalized by it, and like, maybe I think it's bigger than it actually is. But I feel like you, with your blue check mark in people's inboxes, is a big advantage. Like with the way people perceive that.
I hear what you're saying, and I think that in my industry I've built some level of credibility, and I do think the blue tick can help maybe 1%. But here's the thing: you have to remember that when you're an expert in your topic, people see you as above them in that. Even though I don't ever want to position myself above someone in sales and coaching, it helps, right? And it is true in that industry. Like, for example, when it comes to coaching, consulting online, I know a lot more than you, right? We spoke about this last night.
Yes.
When it comes to podcasting and LinkedIn, you know a lot more than me. We have this like machine here right now. I think it's called like a
Zoom H5.
What's it called again? What do they call these?
That's a recorder. It's a Zoom H5.
A Zoom H5.
We've got all sorts of lines out and wires coming out of it right now.
And I have no idea what this thing even is. Like, I think it's recording the audio.
Yeah,
I don't know. I use my camera and I keep it low. I don't even know this thing. So there we go. So it's just different levels of what you're good at, and that's the cool thing about life. Like, everyone has different skills in different areas, and that's why we all gotta help each other. That's why all coaches have coaches. Okay. Yeah. And so anyway.
And that's what I found out like last night. Like you had a coach.
Right.
You have a coach.
Yeah, I paid a lot of money for that. Multiple 5 figures.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm in Miami right now. Flew because I was coming to an event here. Decided to stay a bit longer. But I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for that. And it's like I'm spending money on staying in Airbnbs, and I'm constantly investing into my business. But back to what we were talking about.
Yeah, you are good at like not spending a ton of money, like being smart.
Right.
Like,
hell yeah.
Yeah.
People are.
If I were you, I would have bought like a really nice car. I just bought one, and I don't make like nearly as much as you do. Like I'm not near. I have my vices, you know.
Right. I buy.
You don't have like. Do you have any vices?
Well, things that you're really into.
That you spend too much money on.
Oh.
That don't like benefit your business.
No.
That's what I thought. That's great.
I recently bought some Gucci shoes because I was really just like, I need to get better at spending money.
Oh yeah, they're nice, the white ones.
Right. But here's the thing, I mean, everything that I spend money on is like, because it's something that I'll enjoy, like travel and things like that. Like I'll book business class flights and stuff. But at the same time, my Amex, I get points as well. So I'm collecting points right now. I don't have enough to spend because of business class and things. I don't know, I just don't need things.
Sure.
I don't like things. I don't need it. I love what I do, and it's like,
hopefully I can become like that.
Right, but at the same time, I don't think it really matters. It's not that I'm afraid to spend money or that my money mindset sucks. It's just that I don't need things. It's like if I see yesterday we were in a shop and I saw a jacket and a skirt that I liked, but overall it came out to like $1,000. And I'm like, I'm not gonna spend $1,000 on that. Like that's just not worth it. I could buy a hotel for a long time. It's like, what am I gonna get more value from? I don't know. But anyway, back to what we were saying. Yeah,
after if we're done with them.
Okay, well, we haven't even got into yet. We've just we haven't even got into what you do after the outreach.
Yeah.
Okay, so after the outreach, obviously you ask them. Well, the first thing is the compliment and the question. You could do question and compliment. People get so obsessive about making sure things are perfect. Like, it doesn't need to be 100% perfect. But then after that, you want to get on the topic of your zone of genius and your outcome, right? So if you were helping people get all these downloads on their podcast, obviously you've already at this point asked that how many of you had a podcast question. So then it's like, cool, so what's your ultimate goal with that? So you want to find out what their goal is. After that, you want to find out what they are already doing. I'll break down the money making messaging as a whole, okay? So the first step is starting the conversation. That's going to be someone either coming in to your messenger, whether that's from you having a call to action on a podcast or a piece of content or a Facebook ad or whatever. They come into Messenger, whether it's on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, whatever platform. After that, you're then going to ask them about their goals. And obviously, you could be reaching out to people as well. And then you quickly want to ask them about their goals related to the topic that you help them with. Okay, so for me, I would ask them, what's your goal with your online business? For you would ask them, what's your goal with growing your podcast? For a fat loss coach, you would ask them, what's your goal when it comes to your physical appearance and health? Okay, you just get on the topic of their goals. After that, you want to ask them, what are you already doing to reach that goal? So for you, someone might be saying, oh, well, I've tried uploading a few podcasts. For me, they might be saying, I've tried reaching out to people on social media and posting content. For someone who's trying to make someone lose fat, it might be, oh, well, I've tried this diet and I'm working out 3 days a week, right? Then next after that, you want to say, oh, that sucks, none of that's working. Do you have a coach who's helping you with that? You don't need to ask if they have a coach. Sometimes you can just say, oh, is there anything else that you're finding hard? You want to get on struggles, okay? Once you're on struggles, it's really important that you really understand why they're finding it tough. Because you need to make sure that you can actually help create a solution for them. And just backtracking to goals a bit, if you talking to them and you can't help them hit that goal, you know, it's like you don't want to keep talking to them. You're just like, oh wow, that's an awesome goal. Like, have a nice day.
Right.
Don't do that. But just don't be an asshole.
Sure.
But then with struggles, there are really two key struggles that hold people back. Firstly, there's the methods that they're using. It's their strategy. So if their strategy sucks, then obviously they're not going to be reaching their goals. And the second thing is their mindset. Okay, their mindset is going to be holding them back. So you want to understand their system struggle and their mindset struggle, and after that, then you can move on to the third step, which is clarifying and verifying. So it's like, okay, so from my understanding, this is your goal, this is what you're doing to try and get there, and it sounds to me like the reason why you're not getting there is because of this. Okay, and then they're gonna be like, yeah, and then you say to them, okay, so I'm pretty sure I can help you, but I want to see you win either way. So mind if I ask you a couple of questions to make sure that you're a good fit for my coaching? Okay.
Oh, you're escalating to that.
Oh yeah, and then you say, cool. Then they'll reply back saying yes, and then I'll say, okay, cool. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how bad do you want this? 10 being.
You just assume these people can afford it.
Hold up.
All right.
So it's like on a scale of 1 to 10, how bad do you want this? 10 being, I'm gonna help you get to your goal without your struggle. And when I say goal and struggle, don't say goal and struggle. Insert what they said. Okay, so. On a scale of 1 to 10, Jordan, how bad do you want to make this online coaching business happen? 10 being you'll do anything as long as it generates you $1 million a year without the, I don't know, what's something you feel like you're struggling with?
I'm struggling with, being too comfortable and even, breaking, I'll be very candid here, like even breaking 6 figures per year.
Okay, so
that's
I'd
like
say.
my ceiling. That's like, I feel like it's this glass ceiling right now, but like I have this mental block around.
Right, so I'd say to you, I'd
It's
be like,
frustrating.
hey Jordan, on a scale of 1 to 10, how bad do you want to make this happen? 10 being you hit that 6-figure mark and more without continuing to doubt your abilities. Because that would hit you, right? And then you'd be like 10, and I'd be like, sure, are you sure about that? And you'd be like, yeah, and then I'd be like, physically, financially, mentally, you'd be all in.
Yeah.
And you'd be like, yeah. But if you said 9, I'd be like, why not a 10? And then you'd start giving me your objections, and you'd be like, oh, well, I just don't have enough money right now to invest into my business, blah, blah, blah. And then it's down to me then to like overcome the objections and get them up to a 10. Now, if you come in and you say you're a 3, I'm just like, okay, well, why are you not a 10? And then you'd be like, oh, I'm just not really that interested right now. Don't waste your time like that. And then once you finally get them to that 10, you've overcome their objections, then you invite them on a phone call. And then on the phone call is where the sales happen.
Yeah, the wrong way to do this, and you guys we were talking about it at dinner last night, like, Sam, want to get on a phone call, like, first message.
Oh my gosh.
But anyway, like, so we're assuming, though, that these people can afford the services, probably because, maybe because, we kind of curated who we're talking to in the first place. We looked up, like, lawyer or, whoever it is that we know has money that we want to coach.
Well, some people do go for lower income people, like university students, but here's the thing, and I think...
I feel like it's a losing business model.
It depends. It really does depend. We're talking about, like, really changing lives here. So, the thing is, and I think you haven't really been in the industry much at all.
No.
So, right now, your way of thinking is incorrect, because if people really want an outcome, they're going to get resourceful.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah,
so if you're a university student and you are struggling with being super, super overweight, you're like 50 pounds overweight and you're at risk of disease, then you're going to get resourceful and find $5,000 to pay a coach, right? If you have to borrow money from all your friends and your parents, like, people will go ahead and do that because they know that they need that result more than anything else. That's why the outcome is so important.
Is that example like Catherine Nash? Is that what she helps people with? Catherine Nash coming on the podcast next week.
Hers is a little bit different, right? And she goes to people who are a little bit older. She's a client of mine as well.
Yeah.
And so with regards to her and her clients, she's really helping people, like, when it comes to their body and their mind. But it's typically people who have been struggling maybe with, like, fears around food and things like that, and so they really want to make sure that they can finally have that freedom. And so I think it's just a case of realizing that it's not about the price, it's about the outcome.
But so at the same time, I am going to ask, like, what are we charging people here? What do your clients like charge people?
Anywhere
What does
between.
it depend on?
Right. So most of my clients is between 2 to 15K.
Uh-huh.
So it really depends. If you're B2B,
2 to 15K for like what though?
taking them to the outcome. I'll talk about the impact offer in a minute, right? But basically, when it comes to how, let me start from where I was at.
Sure.
Okay, so when it comes to like pricing, if you're in B2C, so you're helping people with, typically it's like dating or therapy or fitness, health, like anything to do with that. B2C, you can't charge as much. So I'd normally say it has to sort of be under like 6K, right? For a 12-week or an 8, 12 or 16-week program. And then when it comes to B2B, it could be really anything.
So B2B, who do you reach out to for it within someone within a business, someone who's making the decisions?
Maker, yeah, normally the business owner, right? Or the decision, like the CFO.
So B2B is higher.
Oh yeah, of course.
That's what I thought.
I mean, B2B could be anywhere. Like none of my clients are charging any more than 15K because we're more so going for people who are wanting to have like that laptop lifestyle rather than building like a massive corporation.
Yeah. So, sorry.
No, I mean some of them want to build massive corporations, like what we're working on doing right now, but ultimately like a lot of them aren't really there yet. They want to get to their first few like 6 figures.
Yeah. So we we define the outcome. We we search for for clients, right?
Right.
And
get them on the call.
Get them on the call. And so we went through the
oh yeah.
and to get them on the call, and then we have a client.
Right.
How do we and we charge them for the outcome? How do we take them to the outcome? Is it a series of phone calls? What is
right.
it?
This is so funny. Okay, so we came up with this thing called an impact offer because one-on-one coaching, people typically just do Zoom calls, and that's not good enough to really be charging that high price point.
I feel bad. Your hair's blowing all over.
Oh, it's okay. But then when it comes, you got your hair all nice. But when it comes,
I went through a lot to get this hair to what it is today.
Oh yeah.
Went through so much.
Well, I sat in the hair salon for 4.5 hours the other day, so you can't complain. But anyway, so we found that doing an online course or a membership site or just coaching or just consulting and all that, it just isn't enough, to be charging that high price. So you need to be basically merging together coaching, consulting, and a course. So your course is the A to Z. It takes them to the outcome. They could do it on their own if they want it. But people pay a high price because they want the accountability and they want to work with you hands-on. So the coaching guides them along the online course. And then the consulting happens because some people will start sort of like all over the place. Like people will all starting, they aren't going all from A to Z. Some people are starting on like 5 because they aren't even on the alphabet. They're so far off it, right? They need to be brought onto that first. Some people start on G, so they just need to miss the beginning part, and that's where you consult them, and you're going to say, hey, you need to start here because you already have all this experience. Right. Okay, so
what's the difference between coaching and consulting here?
So coaching is really about like asking questions to help people get the answer themselves, whereas consulting is you telling them what to do. So if I'm asking you a bunch of questions, I'm coaching you to help you figure out the answer yourself. But then consulting is where you're literally, okay, this is what you do. Does that make sense? Yeah, so basically, we call it an impact offer, right? And an impact offer is these
combining
three things all together, taking someone to that outcome. And so, like, no one really cares. Like, people don't want the drill, they want the whole when they're putting up a painting. People don't care about the videos they get and the phone calls. They care about the outcome. So it's down to the coach or the consultant to figure out the best way to get them to the outcome.
And then what happens when you get them to the outcome?
Then you re-sign them.
To do what? You took them to the outcome.
Well, they still need continued support. If they have got to the outcome 100%, then that's fine. But here's what we do. We have people have an impact offer, and then on the back end, because that's going to be 8, 12, or 16 weeks.
Yeah.
And then after the end of that, then there's a continuity program where you can charge your clients for 6 months, and they get continued support. And what we've done with ours is we've created a series of different projects, which we assign to people as and when they need them. Because you don't want to give people everything all at once because they get overwhelmed.
Projects?
Yeah. So a project could be for our business, okay, here's how you're going to do our special Facebook ad strategy, which runs them into the Messenger. Because obviously we want to get them into Messenger for the money making messaging method, right? here's your project to help you build out your webinar. We teach them how to do that in that, but we don't want to give them it all at once, because otherwise they're going to be overwhelmed. People often think when they're creating an online course or something, they need to give everything, but actually you're doing your client a disservice through doing that. You need to give them as little as possible to take them to that outcome. And then once they've reached that outcome, people always want more. People always want more. So yeah, I'm going to show you how to lose 20 pounds of body fat. Okay, cool. You get there. Okay, cool. Now I'm going to show you how to no longer have to track macros and diet, and I'm going to show you how to eat sustainably. Okay, cool. Now you've done that. You want to gain some muscle. All right, I'm going to take you to that. Right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
What happens if you? Well, how long does it? Let's say in your business, making people into six-figure earners, six-figure coaches. How long does it take for you to take people to that outcome?
I mean, it varies so much. Some people will do it in like 2 weeks. Some people will do it in like. Some people won't get that. Some people will never get that.
That's what. Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. Then what happens? What do you say?
I get on a phone call with them and I'm like, hey, look, I mean, we both know that you didn't totally put in all the work that you needed to. So, I mean, do you want to continue with us? Like, we can help you. We'll give you extra support and accountability. Or maybe this just isn't for you.
Yeah. But it can just happen, though, on the other hand, and it can just happen in 2 weeks because of all these steps and like you could have some phone calls like tomorrow.
Right, of course, today.
Yeah.
Right.
You could have phone calls today.
I think it's just like people have such a perfectionist mindset, and perfectionism is going to kill people. People package. People think they are a perfectionist, but actually they're just procrastinating. It's like you shouldn't be a perfectionist because it's not going to move you forward. It's better to move forward a tiny bit and just actually do it and learn from it than to stay where you're at, right? Because like I think with procrastination, it's like you can either just get it done and then you have the freedom on the other side of it, or you can be like, oh, I don't want to do it.
It takes up all this headspace.
You have this weight on your shoulders and in your head, whereas if you just did it, it's done and you're free. And then you can move on to more stuff or go and do something else. I don't know. I would do more stuff.
You were talking to me last night when we were in that, I think it was Saks Fifth Avenue, about like, you should just buy this so you're not like thinking.
Right.
About that.
Yeah. Are you still thinking about it?
No, I don't even remember what it was you wanted me to buy.
Well,
I forget.
no, again, like as I mentioned, I don't care about
it was those red
things.
shoes. It was those red.
Right.
the loafers.
It's just like
I have red loafers, but mine are $30. Those were $700.
Yeah, I mean,
those
a good
really
example
nice.
is like I really want this over-the-shoulder bag, right? And it's like $2,000 or something. I keep thinking about it, and I should have just bought it like 6 months ago when I first wanted it. It's just dumb now.
And you can afford it.
Right.
More than like.
But I keep thinking, oh, it's pointless. But then when I'm out and about, I'm like, actually, no, it would be useful,
Yeah.
right? So I'm gonna get it. I will buy it, but
yeah.
it was just dumb that I didn't get it back then because I could have had all the utility from it.
Yeah. You know who I want to hire you? Steve Jordan.
Steve Jordan.
And we
Oh,
talked
yeah.
about the trainer.
Yeah.
I really want Steve Jordan to hire you. I'm going to talk to him.
He has all the credibility, man. He would
I
kill
know,
it.
and
He would kill it.
yeah, he's. I can talk to you off the air about it. I really want to connect you guys.
He would be
I'll
a
talk to
great
him.
client. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Now the thing with him is though, like, he has so many clients that come into his studios, so many in-home clients, and like he's always complaining like that he doesn't have time to do certain
right.
things.
He needs
so
to take himself out the business so he can focus on life.
He'd been thinking of taking a hiatus in April to.
Yeah, I mean,
and this might be like a perfect time to really build an online business with you.
Totally. I think that's the thing though as well. People think they have to stop doing what they're currently doing in order to build online maybe. But it's not the case, For example with him.
Just scale back.
No, not at all. He already has clients. All he needs to do is find a junior personal trainer, pay them half, and then he gets basically free money.
So he's done that with me before. I've covered for him in LA when he goes on vacation.
Yeah.
And I
Exactly.
go in there and.
So just do that, then that means that he has the revenue
Not that
coming
now.
in.
That's years ago. I don't do that, and I'm not doing that anymore. But he's done it with other people
right.
too. So
he has revenue
it's
coming
doable.
in, so he can continue on basically working for free before he gets clients, which he could probably do in a day. But people like to know the worst case scenario.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So for other people other than Steve Jordan, newonlinecoach.com. But I mean, you get most of your leads and people that are interested through Facebook Messenger, through
Instagram Messenger.
Instagram, at Lauren Tickner.
Just send a message, like, if you're interested.
What about LinkedIn?
LinkedIn is obscenely busy. So if you want to get the quickest response, message me on Instagram, because that's, I don't know, it's just like easier for me to check. Because LinkedIn, I have hundreds.
Cool.
And I really need to go through all of them.
So I told you yesterday, like we were walking, I told you I asked you tough questions, and you're like, all right, give me a tough question. And I was like, I don't want on the spot, like right now, it's, you know, there's no context to the we were like walking to Brickell yesterday.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't have anything.
Okay.
So I had a tough question now, given the context of this conversation.
Hit me.
So the cliche that people like knock the coaching industry for is like coaches who coach coaches to become coaches.
Right.
I feel like that is sort of your business.
Oh, no,
what do you say? What do you say to that?
That's what I do. Yeah, that is absolutely what I do, because I built a really successful online fitness coaching company, and my methods like really worked. And so for me, coaches who coach coaches to be coaches is so frustrating when they've never had their own business, because they know that it's super profitable, because a lot of people want to be online coaches or consultants now, but they just do all the same things and they teach the same methods and the strategies, whereas like I teach exactly what I do and what I did, like the exact same methods that I'm sharing with you here, we use in our business.
Exactly.
Every single day.
And I even asked you yesterday, I was like, are you going to be comfortable sharing all of this so candidly? And you're like why not? And you were so like, so didn't care. It actually like took me aback. I was like really? You know?
Yeah,
like,
I was
like
surprised.
Like,
you were surprised.
I was literally like, is there anything you're gonna be comfortable, like, not uncomfortable sharing, like, or saying on there that I should be aware of? And
right, because like.
And so you've bared all everything that you talked about today. Point being, you've like this is literally what you do in your business.
Yeah, because like ultimately I want people to be
it.
successful. It's like I worked in a corporate job where I was so unhappy, and now I'm like on this balcony here in Miami in this like really cool area.
Yep.
And so.
And you're just traveling throughout the U.S. for the next 90 days.
Yeah, 88, right?
88.
If it's 90. But anyway, so
Off
with
with
that,
their head.
yeah, literally, I don't want to know what Trump would do to me. No, but seriously, like, I just think that that's another thing though, like sharing information, share everything, like don't hold back. Yeah, for sure, like there's tactical ways in which you can create content. For example, you know, it makes more sense to share the what and the why rather than the how. You know, I kind of did that today without even realizing. It's like, well, I shared some how-tos, but again, like, I know that if people who are really serious about it, they'll go and get a coach to help them. Like, and I'm not annoyed that I took so long to get coaches. I would always buy courses and just listen to podcasts and things like that. But when you have a coach, it's like literally guides you step by step, and you can just ask questions. You don't have to ever Google. Like literally, the aim for my clients is like Google isn't even a thing, because I don't want to have them waste their time Googling things.
Coaches are something that I'm just, you know, within the past few months realizing for myself finally, like the value of them. I have a speaking coach now for my upcoming TED Talk.
Awesome,
and by the time this episode's out, the TED Talk will probably have happened. And his name's John Bates, and you know after you know he's helping me prepare for the TED Talk, we're gonna help launch my you know have a little complimentary speaking career. Like it's something that's the outcome he takes people to.
Yeah, there we go.
He's a speaking coach. He helps people make a lot of money, from speaking.
There we go. I think one mistake that people do make with coaching online is like they do it so cheap.
He doesn't. $16,000.
Yeah, for sure. Exactly. But a lot of people will charge like $200 a month.
Yeah. Oh my god.
It makes more sense to have the impact offer, like I said, take people to the outcome, charge a high price tag for that, and then on the back end of that, have them on a continuity, and always collect as much money up front as possible.
Yeah.
Never do more than like a long payment plan. You want to just have it like upfront, split out into two, or split out into three.
Yeah. So I know this is been a while here. I just have so many questions. I have like.
Well, it's a good thing you have me helping you.
Yeah. So like real quick, like what are some essential software tools that come to mind for you to like build this coach business? I know you use Acuity for like your scheduling and calls, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. So we got Acuity. Is there anything else that like? I know you use Teachable still.
I use Thinkific.
You use Thinkific.
Again, like it really depends where you're at in your business. Like at the beginning, I say like have a way in which to get clients and have a way to deliver results to clients. So Acuity and Teachable, Thinkific, Kajabi, whatever you want to use. Personally, I like Thinkific the most, having tried all the other ones. Right now at this stage, like in the beginning of like sort of the year that we're at right now when this podcast goes up. But then when it comes to anything else, I think people get stressed about that type of thing. If you're doing calls with clients in Zoom, you know, don't stress about it. When you get into like higher level, you want to be doing maybe a webinar software, and you want to be having like many chats, do Messenger bot and all that. But like beginning stages, before you're at like at least 100K a year, don't stress about those other things.
Okay.
Focus on getting clients, making offers to people, getting on the phone, and enrolling clients.
Okay. So one, I'm gonna go through it all here.
Yeah.
1, define the outcome. 2, target market. 3, get clients using
And phone calls, yeah. We didn't speak
And
about high
get on-
ticket sales here, like
Yeah.
high price phone sales. Like, we were talking about this yesterday, like high ticket sales. Like it's basically, instead of thinking about it as high ticket sales, think about it as high transformation sales.
Yeah.
And then the high price point is just a way in which to get
Yeah.
your clients to commit and to allow you to feel like you really want to give it your all.
Yeah, the rest people can learn from you in your courses and your program.
Right.
I really, which not everyone's gonna do. But,
Oh yeah, Jordan's in there. So,
Yeah.
but with that said, I think it's like realize as well that I don't do all of this myself. It's like I
you have a
a
great team, yeah.
Yeah, and like it's like that's how scalable this is, right? This year we want to hit 2.5 mil, and then when it comes to next year, like it's going to be considerably higher than that.
It's scalable because you have like, what do you have people doing for you? Like,
Everything.
Yeah.
Everything. And that's the thing. I mean, it's like you don't have to continue coaching and fulfillment and everything. Like,
This
just
is a
realize that
legitimate coaching business.
it's a business.
This
It's a
is
business.
legit. Like
Right.
this is not like, it goes back to like what I said in the beginning. Like a lot of coaches I don't respect. Like not only are they frauds, but they're just like freewheeling, like riding by the seat of their pants. Like
Right.
like no systems, no. You have a
Systems is everything.
proven, repeatable process within your business for your people to follow, and outside of your business for your client or for your clients to follow.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
see you even do a screen recording of a little task, a new task that you want to be implemented within your business. I do that too.
Yeah,
But it
yeah.
takes me like a week. I think about for a week, like, oh, I got to do this screen recording for
Oh,
this task
really?
that I want to outsource. And you just like, we're talking about it, and then you like, and the next thing I know, I look over, I hear you, and I look over at you, and you're like, I'm like, oh my god, is she
It's in
recording for
Thinkific
this?
now already, and he's already done it. Yeah. Wait, it takes you a week?
Yeah, I have like this mental block around.
Oh,
it,
that's
yeah.
so interesting. Yeah, I'm one of those people where I'm just like, it comes to my mind, I'm doing it then.
Oh gosh.
Because if I don't, I forget.
great.
And even if I write it down, then it's like that weight on me. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, I still have to do this, and then I start
Yeah.
to resent it, and that resentment builds up, and then I never want to do it.
Yeah,
so
no.
I'm just like, just get it done.
Other things, I go like, I make those decisions without hesitation. I have
Yeah.
so many good things in my life have come from making these decisions without hesitation. My podcast, my book, every good thing, pretty much. I'm just like, oh, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
I need to implement it with this. I need to bring
Oh
my
yeah,
mindset over.
trust me, I'll give you some of that
I need to do it with-
Lauren Tickner energy.
Yeah, I got to do it with my coaching business. I got to do it with recording, doing the screen recordings.
Right.
But yeah, I think we covered everything, Lauren. Like this
Oh, yeah.
I asked like every question I wanted to ask.
There we go.
I know when I'm going to bed tonight, I'll think of like another one that I should have asked.
We can always
But you're-
film it
yeah.
on Zoom and edit it in if we need
It's
to.
funny.
But this has been great. I mean, I think that this should be really useful for a lot of
Yeah.
people, and I think it's just a case of like, just get going. If you're thinking about it, it shows that you want to do it. So just go ahead and make it happen.
Yes. Lauren Tickner, I really appreciate it. This has been one of my favorite episodes on
Aw,
this balcony here
amazing.
in Miami. I
And this
love
is the beginning. Like, mark my words. Before the end of
Right.
this year, you'll have more than 100K in the bank, and hopefully not too many sports cards because you've got to be sensible.
Well, I almost have like I just don't make 100K per year.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay,
I have
100K
a lot
extra.
I have a lot saved up.
Yeah.
I don't have.
I mean,
per year,
100K
though.
extra.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll make it
Yeah.
happen. I know, without a shadow of a doubt. I mean, I think it should be more like 100K a month, but we'll get you to that
Yes.
first goal. Yeah.
Exactly.
Killing it. Awesome.